Good morning, manifestors. Happy Monday. It's Paula from the 411 on manifesting. I hope you guys all had an amazing weekend. It was so beautiful out. Lots of time outside this weekend. It was just a very good, productive weekend. So I hope that was the case for everybody watching too. Oh, congratulations to our $100 or 100 subscriber winner of $100. Thank you so much, everybody, for participating in that giveaway. It was really nice to hear everybody's different ways of manifestation that they like to do, tips and tricks. I really like to have that kind of go on so other people can read it and be like, oh, I didn't think of that one, or oh, I haven't done that in a while. It's always, really nice to kind of look at others' perspectives when we're manifesting. I always really enjoy that. But yeah, and as you know, so for every 100 subscribers I get, I give away another $100. So keep on liking and sharing and subscribing. Okay, let's get to today's vlog. So I actually had probably 3 or 4 different vlogs that I wanted to do for today. And every time that I went to film, this one kept coming back to me. So I decided that I just needed to talk about it. Like, thanks, universe. That's kind of enough signs that I just need to talk about it. So, and I'm going to dive in. Last week, for a majority of the week, I was pissed off and annoyed at everything. Like not at just one person or one situation. I was pissed off at traffic. I was annoyed at lineups in stores. I was waiting for emails to come this week. I was just in this it was honestly just really funky. And I have a really hard time with that energy because that is not a part of who I am anymore. I really don't focus on anything negative. My cup is always half full. I don't, engage in any type of negative behaviors like that or negative thoughts. So it was really, it was annoying. And an awareness that was brought to me that I was reacting this way to, all my external factors that were in my life. And honestly, that, again, it's just not something I practice. It's not part of that is the old me and not part of my life anymore. So it really made me uncomfortable when all these things were coming up. So being pissed off, being annoyed, I had some fear come up. I haven't had a lot of fear come up in my life lately. And fear is always being afraid of something that hasn't happened yet. So fear is a limiting belief in most cases. And I know this, I know this stuff. And it was still really making a presence in my life the last couple of days of last week. Anyway, I don't want to focus on that too much, but I don't know if everybody else was maybe going through that. I know we have some planetary alignments and we have a retrograde going on, and I don't always like to blame my moods on the retrograde. Like, oh, it's not my fault. It was the full moon. It's not my fault. Mercury's in retrograde. But I think when you get a lot of energies in our planet coming together all at once, I really do think that it screws with you a bit. So I'm just going to let myself off the hook a little bit there. Anyway, I actually have been reading a book. You guys know that I always read books. I talk about lots of books on here. But I am reading a book called Manifest by Roxy Nafouzi. I'm going to try and link it in the comments if I can figure that out. But Roxy has a couple of books. I actually read her second book first, called Manifest in Action, which was amazing. And it was so good. That's why I went back and bought her first one. But I'm reading Manifest right now, and she has this really cool exercise in it. And it's called Positivity Pages. And I had never heard of positivity pages. So the theory behind it in her book is that at the end of the day, you're going to write down everything good that happened to you in that day. So, and it could be the smallest things, right? The micro wins. hitting every green light, going grocery shopping and everything's on sale, getting a phone call from someone you haven't heard in a while, that kind of thing, right? And then you write it all down at the end of the day and you read it back to yourself. And the theory behind it is really just to keep you in the present and remind you of all the good things that are happening throughout your day. So I read that at the right time, obviously, because I was not having a great couple of days last week. So I decided to give it a go. But I put my own spin on it. The first day I did it how it was described in the book. I waited, until the end of the day and went to write things down. But in that moment, I just wasn't having a very good day. So it was really hard for me to think of anything good that happened to write down. And I'm sure there were good things that happened. I'm not going to go a whole entire day and not have one thing that made you smile or, one thing kind of go your way. So I know that wasn't the case. It was just that I had let my day go so south that I didn't leave room for anything good to happen in it because I was manifesting it that way. Anyway, and I know better. So the next day, though, I did put my own spin on it. I always keep a journal with me. I have one in my purse. I have one at work. I have a couple at home. I've always got them on the go if I need them. And so what I did is every time something good happened, I wrote it down like right away. I didn't wait till the end of the day. I wrote it down right away so I could remember it. And honestly, the first one was amazing because my kids share really, really funny stuff on Facebook. And my son had shared something funny and tagged me in it. And I read it and I literally burst out laughing. Like it was pretty funny. I mean, sorry, Hayden, most of them aren't that funny. This one is really funny. So I wrote it down. And at the end of the day, when I went back to read it, I mean, I probably wouldn't have remembered that regardless. But when I went to read it at the end of the day, it made me laugh again. So that was really good. But I started to, just write them down as they happened. And towards the end of that second day, when I read everything back, I had like 8 things. So that was amazing. And then the next day I did it again, but I put a different spin on it. I started to write down the time that these things happened. So if something good happened or was funny or, just put me in a good mood, I wrote down what it was and I wrote down the time. And what I noticed by doing this is that the good things that were happening to me and making me smile were happening like more and more and more. They were happening every hour on the hour. They were happening twice in an hour. And I just thought that was really cool because we do manifest our own day. We manifest exactly how our day is going to go. Today is Monday. If we stroll into work 15 minutes late with a bad attitude when somebody says, "Hey, how was your weekend? Did you do anything?" And you're like, "No, I didn't do nothing." If you're going to choose to start your days off like that, then that's something you need to do. You need to start doing the positivity journal, I would say right away. That's how I used to start my day off. I don't start my day off like that anymore. That's not a part of who I am. I like to be on time for the job I'm paid to do. I like to greet everybody with a great big smile on my face. I like to smile at strangers. I like to open doors for people. I like to compliment people, inspire, and uplift. That is who I am all the time. And honestly, if I don't have anything good to come out of my mouth, then I'm not going to talk. Because I don't need my energy to be focused on everybody else. Or not to be focused, but to actually push on to everybody else. It's just such a game changer when you start your day off positive. It's such a game changer for you, but also for everybody else around you. So the positivity pages completely uplifted me and got me right out of those bad days I was having. And I think I had like 3 in a row too. It was like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of last week. So that totally helped me get out and stay in the present, get right out of my mood and stay in the present. And it made me really excited because honestly, if I had to write down every bad thing that happened, this is where it gets interesting. Say I chose to do this the other way. Say I chose to write down every bad thing that happened to me in the day? Well, because I'm putting more focus on everything bad in the day, that's what's going to happen. I'm just going to get bad thing after bad thing after bad thing. But if I'm choosing to write down all the good things that happened to me in the day, that's where my focus is going, right? So just really interesting to see how that worked. So I would really encourage you to start a positivity page today. I actually enjoyed it so much, I went and picked up a new journal and I put a little laminated thing across it that says positivity page. I left it at work. I'm going to keep it at work because that seems to be where, like I spend most of my time at work anyway. I think we all do. But that's sort of where my, I was just maybe more aware of what was going on with my moods and stuff and really trying to lift them out of that. So I think it's a really, really great exercise and I would really encourage you to get started today on that. That is today's vlog. I hope you have an amazing, amazing Monday and, show yourself some love and show others some love. And if nobody tells you this week, I love you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have an amazing day. Talk to you soon. Bye.